What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Journal. SPK!
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Kick the beat. So guys, Hassan Campbell came on the scene, I don't know, about 3 to 4 years ago. And at this particular time, he had come on to the Sonnetter channel to break some very, very controversial news or history about one of hip hop's greatest legends, African Bambata. And according to Mr. Campbell, African Bambata and him, he was somewhat like a father figure and things like that. But also, he talked about some allegations of African Bambata doing some things to him that were inappropriate. Booty clapping sounds. All right. And so that kind of really took up the black internet. He interviewed with Doggy Diamonds after that. But after Hassan Campbell got a little bit of buzz, he went into a little bit of back and forth beef with Sonnetter TV. Then he went into his own channel talking about trending things in hip hop. Now, this is where Hassan Campbell makes like really explosive growth. Like I said, he's one of the better YouTubers in black YouTube. He doesn't do a lot of fancy editing or things like that, but I tell everybody all the time, he's one of the best creators in that niche. He's one of the best creators, hands down, period. He's come at a lot of different YouTubers and producers. He's even talked about DJ Academics negatively. I believe he talked about Tekashi 6ix9ine negatively. And so that is kind of the basis of Hassan Campbell kind of getting his fame. Going after rappers, going after producers, going after DJs. Now, let's fast forward to where we are now. Hassan Campbell is who he is on YouTube, and he's been able to get on to DJ Academics podcast. He's been able to meet Wack 100, the legendary Wack 100 who manages the game in Blueface. And you always find those two on Clubhouse. Not always, but sometimes, right? And a few days ago, DJ Academics, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and Hassan Campbell were all on the same podcast. Now, obviously, Hassan Campbell was getting criticism from people in black YouTube for being so much of a quote-unquote fangirl. He's like in there recording with his phone. But during the podcast, Hassan Campbell made what was, according to Wack 100, some mistakes, right? And he pretty much does two things. The first is he asks some of the guys who was with Tekashi 6ix9ine and Tekashi 6ix9ine himself, if anything went on in this room between me and your guys and my guys, and the police came, would you snitch on your guys like you did on your other guy? And then another part that Hassan Campbell allegedly said was, hey, listen, Tekashi 6ix9ine, the guy that you snitched on just called me and asked me for some help. Could you help this guy out? Now, this is what really pissed off Wack 100, because Hassan Campbell allegedly has received help from Tekashi 6ix9ine himself. And Wack 100 was like, listen, this is an entertainment podcast. Why are you over here asking him about this stuff? And Hassan Campbell, he was saying, well, listen, nobody didn't tell me that I couldn't talk about, certain things, because when you had him on another podcast, you were saying whatever you wanted to say. But then Hassan Campbell was really pissed off because he felt like he didn't get a chance to say everything he wanted to say in the podcast. He was feeling like he was over-talked. And then that is when Wack 100 kind of humbled him and saying, listen, you're the little guy in the room. Nobody really knows you. You should be glad that you're there. As far as notoriety, you're the smallest guy in the room. When it comes to money, you're the smallest guy in the room. And that conversation kind of escalated on Clubhouse. But what I'll do, though, is to kind of let you know where it's going to go after this. I'll play a little bit of that excerpt, and then I'll kind of talk about what happened. Play that clip.
They lost all hope in black men. So now they sitting down with a Mexican rat and all these little niggas is gangbangers and gang affiliated. Black bloods, gang members all over America. The OGs, the niggas that be bragging and talking that talk, the youth lost connection with them and they don't respect them. So now they're willing to do anything. And then on top of that, what does it say for the young generation? Them boys is between 21 and 25 years old in that room. What does it say when they have no hope in the grown men of America, but everybody got something to say about them and laughing at them? That means every grown man that's listening, that's old enough, failed them little niggas. And I went there to be a voice. The problem is I couldn't get my voice out because niggas was talking too much.
Hey, bro, Haas, first of all, I'm going to be real,
Don't
bro.
say nigga, say 6
Now, hold
9
on,
Yeah,
bro.
you
I'm going to
can't
be
blame
real. First
everybody
of all,
on it.
let's be real. You was the smallest nigga in that room. We talking about, nigga, you trying to get your bag and get your platform. So, nah, nigga, you ain't finna sit on the side of me and talk all this Martin Luther King shit like that's what's real, bro. Fuck all that. When you called him a king, I called you on that shit. Hey, it ain't his fucking job to be their fucking dad. They all told you they grew up with the little nigga, they the same age. That's their homeboy. That's the position they taking. That's it. Whatever business they got, that's it. You ain't playing daddy, nigga, because you steadily talking about pulling out and killing a nigga. So stop being this hypocritical ass shit, bro. You got a podcast. I got a podcast. We all sat at the table with this man that you want to continue to call a rat. You openly said this man helped you. Nigga, you received the help. You could have said, nah, you a rat. I don't want your help. Yo, bro, cut that shit out, bro. Everybody out there for a play. Fuck all this serious Martin Luther King shit because that ain't what that is, bro. That's disrespectful to bring that shit to that table when it's an entertainment play going on. That's it, and that's all, my nigga.
All right, so pretty much it gets more intense than that. And I kind of sum it up as to what really happened afterwards. Hassan Campbell was going back and forth and saying, well, Wack 100, you're supposed to be a Pyru from Death Row Records, which he was never on Death Row, but you're associating with a snitch. And then also Hassan Campbell had called, Tekashi 69 a king, and Wack 100 was upset about that. But when he said that he wanted to be associated with a snitch, Wack 100 then said, well, you didn't hear me say anything when that dude was effing you in your behind. Can I get a ooh sound effect? Then Hassan Campbell went back and said, well, if you would have said that when I was there, I would have punched you in your face. And Wack 100 was like, I'll beat your ass. And then you guys know how the Negro trinkets go with all the kind of, name calling and stuff like that. Here's my take on it. Hassan Campbell didn't understand he was the low man on the totem pole. He was supposed to go there, understand politics. Wack 100, he might be a Pyru, but he's a businessman. Tekashi 69, it's a lot of money behind Tekashi 69. It's a lot of money behind academics. So even if Tekashi 69 is a snitch, it is a business. I don't think Wack 100 is out there gangbanging anymore. So Hassan Campbell should have known better than to go over there. And he's invited to the podcast. He's getting the opportunity to work his way up. And then you're on there trying to ask questions, controversial questions that neither academics nor Wack 100 themselves would have never asked because it's politically incorrect. Hassan Campbell is a YouTuber who doesn't understand the business of politics in the industry. So that is why he's getting so much heat from Wack 100. And people are saying, well, Wack 100 is turning on Hassan Campbell, and that could be true. But the reality is that it's a big difference from getting an AdSense check, and it's a big difference in understanding how the industry works. Even if Tekashi 69 is a so-called snitch, he is a powerhouse in the music industry. And when you go on the DJ Academics platform, that is $1 million platform. All right? You're going to mess around and make a situation where you can't get on at all. It's so many people who would have died to be in the same room with Wack 100, who would have died to be in the same room with academics. That would have helped him get on. It should have inspired him to pretty much stop being a cell phone vlogger and to kind of step up his production and do something else. But I think all of that may be damaged because he will go back and forth with Wack 100 any beef. It will not be a good look for Hassan Campbell. And other guys in the industry won't want to touch him because he doesn't understand the industry. He doesn't understand how money is made and what things you're supposed to say and what things you're not supposed to say. Like Wack 100 said, I don't want to hear that stuff about being a real N-word, okay? This is business. So this is an entertainment platform. You're trying to bring something else to the table that's going to mess the bag up. And that's exactly what Hassan Campbell did. I don't think he'll ever be invited back to a big podcast like that. He might be, on one of these little YouTube podcasts with the beefs and things like that. Unless he starts up his own podcast, but I don't know. I guess, he's hating on these same guys that he really wants to work with. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Already put your for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, The buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.